These are the most entitled Karens of 2022. Let's take a look. This stay-at-home Karen lives next door to a school, and during school recess, the kids can get quite loud on the swing sets. Enough was enough when this Karen stampeded over to the school and started screaming at the kids to stop playing immediately as they were inconveniencing her. This Karen then had a total meltdown at the teacher, demanding that they make the kids stop playing immediately. Let's have a look.
I mean, we can tell them to stop screaming, but that's like impossible.
Well, it's a private park. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Could you please ask the kids not to scream?
Yeah, that's kind of difficult because it's a playground.
Yeah, I know, but it's a private playground, and I live right here.
Yeah.
So can you just ask them?
Sometimes they do it anyway, so I'm sorry.
Well, they're kids, and they'll do what they're told. If you just tell them nicely, they'll probably listen. Yeah, I understand, but that's not an excuse. We don't really want these kids here to begin with. It's a private park.
You should probably mention that.
Yeah, I know, we are. We're
Okay, so this gentleman is an Uber Eats driver, and when he delivered the food, apparently something was wrong and there were items missing, and the customers blamed the driver. The driver stated that there's nothing he can do about it, and they would need to contact support for compensation, when the customers completely snapped and grabbed his bicycle, preventing him from being able to leave, and then demanded that the Uber driver give them money. Let's have a look.
Can you get your camera out of my face?
No.
Or you screwed up our order, but you're not doing anything about it.
Contact support. I've told you this.
I know, but we've tried. It connects us to you, and you're not doing anything about it. You go back with your money then.
I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry.
$67 that you've wasted, and you're putting it on us.
And it will be refunded to you.
So, can you sort it out?
No, if he guarantee that, it's fine.
No.
Can he guarantee that? Dude, I'm asking you a question.
Can you?
Like I said, Uber support will answer all your questions.
It's not Uber's fault. It's yours.
Can you guarantee that?
Go for Uber support. I can't say anything.
I'm asking you a question. Can you guarantee it or not?
I'm leaving.
But where's our food?
You, like I said, contact Uber support.
Where's our food? Where's our food? What's your this is us right now.
I'm calling the cops.
Alright, kill it.
This lady had parked her RV on the street when she was confronted by somebody who lives nearby. This person stated that it was bringing down the value of their neighborhood, and they wanted her out of their neighborhood immediately and to move the RV. When this Karen realized that they were not going to move the RV, they had a total meltdown at them and started getting really confrontational as well. Let's have a look.
You and your trash and your are not going to stay here. Go behind Sports Arena. That's where you park and live.
I'm not living here.
Where are you living? Okay, who's your friend?
I'm not telling you who my friend is. I'm staying at my friend's house. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Where
None
does
of
she
your
live?
business. I don't need to tell you that.
You're in trouble.
Fine. Call the cops.
I'm calling the cops.
Call the cops. I'm on a public street.
Calling the cops, and you're gonna have a problem with the neighborhood.
I'm on a public street. I'm not doing anything wrong.
I don't give a flying. No, it's a public street, but this is not a place for you to park.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is
I
not.
can park a car on the street.
No, you cannot park an RV like this on the street.
Yes, I can.
You are in so much trouble.
Okay. Call the cops.
No, I want you to come out. I want you to come out. Come on. No, you.
I'm not.
You.
I'm not coming out.
Well, when you do come out, you're going to have to come out. When you do, I'm going to be watching because I live right there.
Great.
Okay? I'm going to be watching. When you do, I'll be right there.
Great.
And so will other neighbors.
Great.
We're going to all be here.
Great.
Right,
I'm not
watching
doing
you.
anything wrong. You're the one.
Yeah, you are. No, you are.
You're
You're parking. Listen. We
You're
don't
the
want.
one who's
We don't
threatening
want
me.
this
You're the one
neighborhood
who's in my
trashed up.
face. I'm not trashing anything.
Yeah,
I
you
park
are.
here.
You're parking your piece of here.
That is not trashing. That's parking. I'm allowed to do that.
You have a piece of...
This boundary dispute happened when these other neighbors decided to put up a fence on this other person's property and didn't think anything of it. They actually went halfway through with the work and already had everybody out to complete it when the neighbor put her foot down and demanded they stop immediately. This entitled neighbor didn't see a problem with this though and told the workers to continue even though she was clearly in the wrong. Let's have a look.
Crazy neighbors extending the driveway farther onto my property. Survey is in my hands. Wanted to
then
leave
you're
material
gonna be-
in my
this
yard
is
for
criminal
days.
Trespass.
No, it's not. The place has been called, correct?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it will be.
Yes, this is my property. Do you understand this is my property?
Understand what it is?
Nobody's doing nothing wrong. We're just
Yeah, this is past the easement even. How far do you think the easement goes?
and go in your house.
Don't
Easement
speak to me
is for
like that.
access only. I own 21 feet of the driveway of
This
the
is my
yard.
property.
They put the logs to block me from my own property.
They have.
You need to turn your phone off for me because I don't.
It's not on you, honey.
Yeah, it is.
It's not getting you at all.
It's on all of us. None of us consent to you.
That's okay.
You realize you're recording your own.
I'm recording what's going on at my property.
Go ahead. I don't care. You're the one that's going to wind up paying for it.
But what am I paying for? Standing on my own property? Asking you to remove material.
When you ignore a court order,
I'm asking you to remove stuff off my property.
there's nothing on your property. It's on the easement.
This is not on the easement.
Yes, it is.
This is not on the easement.
This gentleman was on break and eating his lunch in this parking lot when this Karen wanted to park next to him, but he had his door open. Instead of taking one of the many parks available, she actually almost damaged his car by driving hers into it before getting out and having a total meltdown at him. She got right in his face and very confrontational, demanding that he move immediately and eat his lunch elsewhere, as she wanted his park specifically and wasn't going to go anywhere until she got it. Let's have a look.
Yeah, record me because you're heading into a parking lot. Because you're useless.
She all look goofy.
I don't give a I want to park here. It's not for this. This is not what your door is for.
Blood? Who is this right here?
You're Mexican. You're not black. Who are you calling?
Goofy, look at this. Hey, someone get their ass, man. What the ass is this? Who the ass is this? What the is this? Whoa. Whose ass is this, bruh?
This Karen confronted this gentleman because apparently he was parking in her neighborhood and she wanted him gone immediately. The gentleman had every right to park there as she did not own the road, but this sent this Karen into a total meltdown where she started screaming in his face and even tried assaulting him. This Karen then screamed for help, trying to get bystanders to come and help her get this gentleman away from her neighborhood before screaming to call the authorities and throwing all sorts of accusations towards them. Let's have a look.
Karen of the day.
Don't park in.
Good! Tell him to stop parking in front of my property! And that guy, too! Park right in front of my driveway! Go yourselves!
Nobody parked in front of your driveway.
I'm not a man! This is the same thing you're doing. You're on my property, I don't want you on my property. You big lip, give me the alone!
I'm gonna call the police now, okay?
Well, good! Get the off my property!
Right.
Get the off my property! Good! Give me your phone. You broke my ankle! You broke my ankle!
What the
You
hell?
broke my ankle!
Are you
Are you on? Get the off my property now!
Yes.
What? Who's parking? You park in front of my property.
God.
Don't park in. Who are you servicing right now? Who are you? Stop it! Why? They're parked in front of my property.
Close the door.
Okay, so this Karen was actually being confronted by a couple of random people because she was being very offensive towards them. She was saying pretty much the most offensive things you could imagine, and she was actually called out for her behavior. This Karen refused to backpedal and apologize though, and stood her ground, and honestly thought she was in the right for saying something as ridiculous as this. Let's have a look.
Oh, she said the N-word. She said Oh, wait, what did you say?
So you're a little white girl. Why are you so offended?
I'm Asian and I'm offended.
Baby, you don't have to be, seriously.
But I'm just worried.
Oh, she did?
No, just so you know, I'm not at all. Bye, love you.
You don't have to.
I'm not. I hate everybody equally.
Okay, so this gentleman was sitting on a bench and he had his feet touching the bench as it could have been wet or maybe too dirty for him to sit on. This was a problem for this Karen though when she confronted him, demanding that he moved immediately. The gentleman told her to go away though and stood his ground because he didn't want to sit on the bench like that, and I guess it's not up to this Karen to decide who can sit on the bench and how they sit on the bench as well. Let's have a look.
You gotta get out of here. No.
You gotta get out of my face, out of my business, and away from me.
Well, then
Honestly,
you can get away from me and leave right now because
I was sitting here from the start. You just walked up out of nowhere.
Well, you shouldn't be sitting that way.
I can sit however I want to.
On the bench. Do you sit that way at home?
I can sit however I want to.
Do you sit that way at home?
Matter of fact, I do.
Really?
Matter of fact, I do.
And then somebody isn't going to want to sit there because your feet are there, and heaven knows what onto the shoes. Do you have gum on your shoes?
Do you have anything important else to do but bother me? Do you have anything else important to do? Don't you have
a gentleman and sit properly, then I'd be all right.
You don't know me. You don't know if I'm a gentleman or not. Matter of fact, I promise you I work 3 times as hard as you. And this is my moment to take a second for myself and wait for what I need to wait for and mind my business.
How do you know what I do? You don't know what I do.
Listen.
You're running your mouth. 100%. That's all you're doing.
If you were busy, you wouldn't stop and talk to me.
Okay, so this Karen was downstairs and she was demanding some toilet paper from this hotel that she was staying at. But while this Karen was at it, this Karen decided that she wanted to give the employee a hard time because due to the virus at the moment, this hotel does not offer everyday cleaning services for long duration stays. But this Karen was demanding for daily cleaning services and wanted this employee to call her manager, who had the day off, immediately to compensate her for the inconvenience. Let's see how that goes for her.
We can understand that you cannot deal with us. It's obvious that you don't have the capacity. Okay?
Okay.
Can you call somebody?
I will not call my manager on her day off.
That's what managers are for, because you don't have management authority.
Okay. But I have the authority to stand here and listen to what you're saying, so like I don't know what you want from me. I'm not going to give you a refund because you still stayed here, so...
We're not staying here, we're telling you. We're not staying in the darn room. Only a dirty person will stay in a nasty bed that wasn't without toilet paper.
I can give you toilet paper,
Are you really that low, Bree? Are you really that low? That you will stay in a dirty...
I already explained that we don't do daily servicing because of COVID. If you can't accept that, that's too bad. I don't know what you want me to do because I can't do nothing about it.
You put toilet paper in the rooms and...
I can give you toilet paper, but I can't do anything else.
It's not my job for me to come and pick it up. It's your job, the hotel's job.
No, okay? My job is to be front desk and listen to you complain at me, so I'm doing my job.
Unbelievable.
No, it's very believable.
No, it's not believable. It is a shame. I have never in my entire life, comfort in.
This Karen's husband actually intentionally drove over a skateboard in an attempt to break it. Obviously, the owners of the skateboard confronted them about it, and that's when this Karen was sent into a total meltdown and started flipping off this group of friends and getting quite aggressive with them as well. This Karen got in their faces, screaming at them and making up all sorts of accusations. Let's have a look.
Don't flip me off next time. Pick up your
Karen!
Yeah, because you're a stupid idiot.
No, Karen!
You're a loser. You guys,
Karen!
You guys all look like losers.
Karen! Karen!
What are you doing right now?
Yeah, you guys all look like a bunch of losers.
Karen!
I'm trying to be polite here.
Karen!
I haven't said anything.
Neither are you. Dude, leave your street, it's gonna get run over. Don't be a flip me off.
You're cool, bro.
Okay, so these people parked their car in front of this house on a public road, and this Karen wasn't very happy about this. This Karen decided to come out and confront them, even though they were on public property and were allowed to park there. This Karen then even came up to their car and opened their door to tell them to move, before throwing a huge temper tantrum and taking all of these pictures and videos of this couple so that she could report them to the police for parking on public property. Let's have a look.
Why don't you have to tell us? Use your brain, ma'am. Use your brain. Use your brain. We're simply parking here. We're not invading your property. We're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
Okay? I really don't understand what your issue is.
Why do you have your phone out?
Well, because you're being... Why are you trying to open my car?
To let you back in the car so you could go.
No, what if we have someone in there? That's none of your business, ma'am. This is our private property.
You opened the car.
You opened the car. It doesn't matter. That's not an issue. It's not an issue. Don't touch our car.
Yeah. Where are you from?
It doesn't matter where we're from.
You don't care where I am from.
Why?
Yes, I do.
Oh, why does it matter?
Because I'm an immigration attorney.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I have paper. I'm resident.
I don't care
What
if
is
you're
the
a
problem?
resident. Well,
A resident isn't a citizen, though.
It doesn't matter. What is your problem with us? Call police right now. Call the police right now. That's what you want.
This driver really wanted this parking spot, but unfortunately crashed the car in an attempt to take it. This driver then denied any wrongdoing while literally still hitting the car and states that it wasn't their fault as they were just trying to park their vehicle. The driver was then shown the damage and shrugged it off, stating that it wasn't a big deal, and then became argumentative over the situation because the gentleman wanted the insurance information from them, which they didn't want to provide. Let's have a look.
Whatever it is. No, I asked him. It's a matter.
So you're gonna smash the cars to get in, though?
I want to get into the spot.
So you're gonna hit other people's cars to get in?
I asked you.
Look at his car. You hit the car. Your trunk is open because you smashed it.
The trunk is open. That doesn't mean I hit the car. What are you doing?
Just recorded.
You see that?
Yeah, and you also saw that he wouldn't move up.
That's what that means. You're gonna hit the car. Okay.
Do you want me to get out? Do you want me to get out? So let me get out, please.
I mean, your trunk is open. That's pretty good. That's a good indication that you hit the other car.
First of all, it's none of your business. Keep going.
I was just doing.
It's the world's business.
Could you please move so I can get out now? So I don't have to hit your car. Please. I'm asking you nicely. Please, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so this Karen was caught and exposed by a completely random stranger for hitting somebody else's car. This lady claims that it wasn't her until it was paint matched and confirmed that it was, and that's when she said that it wasn't a big deal, and she doesn't see why people should be upset that she hit someone else's car. This Karen then went on to blame literally everybody but herself for hitting a parked car when it was only her fault. Let's have a look.
You don't want to leave an accident.
You don't.
That's a hit and run.
There's no accident.
It's back here. There is damage on the wheel wall.
Where?
That's the part that's more.
Oh my goodness! Call the cops on me and have them chase me down. Make sure you get my here. All right. It's a '97 Grand Marquis.
Okay.
Stock number 6X7 36078.
That'd be a hit and run if you leave.
With your fancy phone, or you could spit on your car.
If you leave, that's a hit and run. I don't think you want to leave. That's a hit and run.
Okay. What is it?
A hit and run. A hit and run.
A hit and run. I'm not hitting and running. I'm hitting and I'm checking this, and there's wrong with this.
But you.
Is there? I'm sorry, I don't want to bring you in this, but.
I mean, you're not staying.
This gentleman had taken his dog to the dog park and let it off the leash to run around. His dog ended up getting a little bit too close for comfort with another person's dog who happened to be a Karen. She believed that this was some form of assault and confronted the dog owner for this, stating that his dog assaulted hers and immediately called the authorities on him. The gentleman tried de-escalating the situation as he couldn't control what his dog was going to do. Let's have a look.
No, why are you calling the cops right now? Because I told you I wasn't leaving the park because my dog was humping your dog. I'm not verbally assaulting you. I told you I'm not leaving.
The Attleboro Dog Park.
That's inappropriate for the dog park.
No, it's not.
I know it's
dogs humping each other and she's calling the cops because my dog humped her dog. I've seen every single dog hump another dog here. And she tells me to leave and now she's calling the cops. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, they will. They'll...
Yo, I can't wait. Yo, this is crazy. Because this, you heard of Barbecue Becky? Because this is the newest one. Right here.
989.
Let me get her plate. Let's see. So everybody know who this woman is. We can look this woman up.
No, you can't.
3Z. Honestly.
I'm just trying,
you're not trying to help me.
To tell you
no, you're not trying to help me. I know the rules.
You're not
the dogs. I'm obeying the rules. What are you talking about? I'm right here.
You can't allow your dog aggressively on top of another
dog.
The
dogs hump each other every day, and I took him off. I took him off. I know it's my opinion, but you don't call the cops over it. That's all I'm saying.
That's
You just don't call the cops.
This Karen was inside of this Dollar General store and her card was declined when she tried to purchase some items. Instead of trying to retry the card or maybe accept that she didn't have the money for the items, she actually took this out on the employees and blamed them for it, stating that it was their fault and then hurling all sorts of abuse towards them. This Karen then became extremely heated and confrontational with them, and she was inevitably banned from the store but still refused to leave it. Let's have a look.
Did you go to school? Do you know what that means? Leave me the hell alone. Leave me alone. Jesus, you ought to listen to yourself sometimes. I was nice about it when I came in and asked for it. I don't want your help. I don't want your help. Get your supervisor. I'm the manager. That's why I don't want the manager. I said supervisor. God, girl, do you know how to shut up? Ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't want your help. Do you understand me? Yes, I do. You won't shut up. But you don't have to be respectful. You don't have to. Shut up! Ma'am, if you finish, then you can. Shut up! I don't have to. Shut up! Yes, you do. Yes, you do. No, she don't. It's completely uncalled for you to keep harassing.
Okay, so outside of this restaurant, a gentleman was walking by when he was struck in the face by a snowball that was thrown by this Karen. This Karen was playing with a dog and a kid and basically was throwing snowballs around and accidentally hit the gentleman in the face. Now, instead of apologizing to this gentleman, this Karen actually used a very derogatory term towards him and really insulted him for quite literally no reason. Let's have a look.
You were playing. Step away from me?
No. Why don't you
step
away from me? Oh, blah, 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 blah. You're not winning, my friend. Because I was playing with my lab retriever and a 6-year-old.
Because I'm a right?
Oh, I called you that afterwards. And that's only because, you know what? Just because you're acting like a
So,
don't act like
a person acting like a equates to being a.
What are you doing? You know what you're doing? You're doing this for footage and everything else. I don't give a I didn't do anything to you. I was playing with my puppy.
And I asked you to step away.
Step away from... Turn the
camera
to... Turn... Okay.
I'm asking you to step away from me now.
I'm stepping away. And then turn your camera to the sidewalk to where everyone could see where the cars were and where you were. And I was playing with a 6-year-old and my Labrador puppy.
This entitled Karen was on a flight that had happened to be delayed and decided to knock on the captain's door of the aircraft in an attempt to open the door and make the flight move along quicker. This obviously wasn't going to happen and the captains can't actually open the flight door, but as this Karen was extremely entitled, she thought that she could tell them when to leave, as I guess she was ready to depart. Let's have a look.
So I just need to ask somebody what's going on. Well, you really think they're going to open the door? Well, I'm not opening it. I'm not. They're not allowed to open it. Are you recording me? A lot of people are. Actually, it's just you, and you're making me really uncomfortable. I don't know why. You're making us uncomfortable by getting us off this plane. I'm not. No one's getting off. I just want to know. They will. That's an FAA violation. I'm not opening it. I'm knocking. I work for the airline. I understand what's an FAA violation. I'm just trying to ask if they know, since the flight attendants don't know. If you work for the airline, you know that that's not allowed. I'm not opening it. I'm just knocking. I'm just trying to see. I mean, obviously they're not opening the door, so it's not like I'm barging in. I'm just trying to ask.
Yeah.
That means I'm first.
Oh, congrats on being first at Chili's.
I don't appreciate your sarcasm.
What are you doing?
Thanks for watching, guys, and if you want to see more episodes like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on.